From quiz show con men to sitcom Nazis. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking and controversial moments on British TV.
I was totally unaware of any coughing on the night.
We should not have been found guilty on the evidence that was presented in court.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we have gathered the most infamous moments from primetime entertainment shows on UK television. However, international news reports and live sports broadcasts aren't included today. Those are for another list.
Your claim to fame is this. Good for you.
My claim to fame is meeting you loser.
Number 10. Julian Clary on Norman Lamont, the British Comedy Awards. As an up-and-coming comic boasting a unique way with words, Julian Clary was a must-have on the bill at the British Comedy Awards in 1993. And it didn't take him long to make an impact, having spotted Tory Chancellor Norman Lamont in the audience.
As a matter of fact, I've just been fisting Norman Lamont.
Despite Jonathan Ross's vague attempts to steady the ship, the joke sparked outrage in the press, with The Sun and Daily Mail both campaigning to get Clary banned from TV.
You going to read the nominations for us, Julian?
Certainly, yes. Okay.
Number 9. Supernatural Scares, Ghostwatch.
Yeah, well, something's gone very wrong with that ghost story. Probably a poltergeist. What do you think, Dr. Pascoe?
Another early 90s incident, and a show deemed so terrifying that it triggered almost 30,000 complaint calls, prompting the BBC to place a decade-long ban on it being re-released.
It's all right, love. Oh, don't get upset, love. Your mum's here. Oh, dear God.
A convincingly creepy mockumentary, Ghostwatch saw presenters including Michael Parkinson and kids TV star Sarah Green become besieged by a poltergeist called Pipes as part of a so-called national seance.
Stop it! Stop it, Susie!
But the 90-minute drama was linked to several cases of post-traumatic stress disorder, and even to one viewer's suicide.
It's a dupe.
But
This isn't happening now.
But what is?
Number 8. Katie Hopkins and Working Class Names, This Morning. From the otherworldly evil of Ghostwatch to an everyday villain in the media. This 2013 interview on This Morning proved a defining moment for Katie Hopkins, who argues that children should be judged by their names.
And for me, that summarised everything. A name for me is a shortcut. It's a really efficient way of working out what class that child comes from. Do I want my children to play with them?
But while a one-time Apprentice contestant tried to deconstruct the British class system, she seriously annoyed most of the country, with only 9% of voting viewers agreeing with her. Praise be to Phil and Holly though, who highlight holes in Katie's theory before shutting her down completely.
So parents supersede each
geographic
other.
stuff?
Geographic. Oh, so Brooklyn or London.
Your child's called India?
Yes, but you know, that's because it's not related to a location.
Number 7. Musical Blasphemy, Jerry Springer the Opera. A British stage show which had already scored success at the West End, Jerry Springer the Opera showed on BBC Two in 2005 and promptly attracted more than 55,000 complaints.
You back.
With Christian groups taking particular offence, outraged viewers also objected to the language, look and themes, with protests staged outside multiple theatres on the UK tour.
And give or take a few million, bigger than the Pope.
Writers Richard Thomas and Stuart Lee were even advised to go into hiding. The production was debated in Parliament and Sainsbury's refused to stock the DVD. The Beeb had rarely been in hotter water.
All your shouting, you're gonna hush. All your bitching, you're gonna talk to the hand. Cause the face ain't listening.
Number 6. Gunther Von Hagens, Various.
How do you imagine your own death? Will it be peaceful? Will it be quick? Will you be old? Our death is a mystery to us.
A man at the heart of many controversial moments in the mid-2000s, Gunther Von Hagens turned real-life autopsies into must-see TV, with a series of live and pre-recorded shows, inviting nationwide audiences to watch him work with real-life cadavers. Starting with an unprecedented public autopsy televised in 2002, he fronted groundbreaking shows like Anatomy for Beginners and Autopsy Life and Death. While the programmes provided undoubted educational insight, they were just too much for some viewers to stomach.
And therefore, I thank you everybody and see us plastinated as late as possible. Thank you.
Number 5. Anarchy in the UK, today. Swear words are 10 a penny on TV nowadays, but dropping the F-bomb in the 70s was still top-level taboo, especially at 6 PM. So, enter the Sex Pistols to shake things up a smidge.
Anti-materialistic view of life?
The more the merrier.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, tell me more about it.
Spent it, haven't we?
I don't know, have you?
Yeah.
The seminal punk band appeared on Today in 1976 as a last-minute replacement for Queen. But veteran broadcaster Bill Grundy was unimpressed with them from the outset, seeming to goad the group at any given moment.
No. What was the rude word?
Shit.
Was it really? Good heavens.
And the awkward interview ended in outrageous fashion, with Steve Jones having the famous final word.
Go on, you've got another 5 seconds. Say something outrageous.
You dirty bastard.
Go on, again.
You dirty.
What a clever boy.
What a rotter.
Well, that's it for tonight.
Number 4. Major Fraud, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
You just won $1 million!
With an unprecedented prize pot, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire proved a huge draw for ITV in the early 2000s, and Charles Ingram was the show's third winner. But all wasn't quite as it seemed. The coughing scandal was headline news in 2001, when it emerged that the former mayor's wife and another audience accomplice, who had both been on the show previously, had assisted Charles by clearing their throat at opportune moments. Despite insisting they hadn't cheated, all three received suspended prison sentences and the prize money was cancelled.
I didn't notice any coughing at all.
I didn't do this. Greed was not the motive. That is deeply hypocritical.
Number 3. The Race Row, Celebrity Big Brother. This show thrives on controversy, with cheating ploys, pregnancy scares, and a certain repurposed wine bottle providing endless material for showbiz columnists. But the Jay Goody race row was a step too far even for Big Brother, as in-house bickering became flat-out bullying.
I don't really know when you're genuine and when you're not. Is she being fake? Is she being real? Is she really upset? Is she really happy?
Having starred in Big Brother 3, Jade returned for the 5th celebrity series in 2007.
I'm a prick. I don't know why I put myself back in here.
But her public image fell to pieces following racially aggravated insults and comments aimed at fellow housemate Shilpa Shetty. Shilpa's treatment sparked outrage in India as Jade's behaviour became an international scandal.
Are you blaming me for the chicken?
There's something about Shilpa that threatens Jade.
Number 2. Nazi Nonsense, Heil Honey I'm Home. Created by Jeff Atkinson and commissioned by the short-lived satellite channel Galaxy, this show tried to turn Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun into comedy characters.
Heil Honey I'm Home!
Unsurprisingly, it was cancelled following hundreds of complaints after just one episode. The attempted parody of 1950s US comedy had Hitler and Braun as aspiring homemakers who resented the Jewish family next door.
Sure, I'm sure. Okay. That's good. They don't know.
And unreleased episodes reportedly centered on Hitler's attempts to kill his neighbors in some sort of Tom and Jerry trivialization of the Nazi leader. In short, it's probably the worst sitcom concept ever conceived.
Oh, they speak French in England. I didn't know that.
Number 1. Tommy Cooper dies live from Her Majesty's. Remembered as one of the UK's finest all-round entertainers, Tommy Cooper attracted an audience of millions whenever he was on TV. But viewers witnessed tragedy in April 1984, when the performer suffered a heart attack on live television, midway through his act. Initially thought to be part of the routine, Cooper's collapse was met with laughter inside the theatre. But as the curtains were hurriedly drawn and a fanfare quickly played, the sad truth became clear, and Tommy's death was confirmed the following morning.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo UK and subscribe for more great content.